Alright, bro. This is gonna be a real quick video about weight loss. If you remember, we have lost 61 kilos in total. We're 19 years old. We've been doing this stuff for around 3 years. We did bulk in the middle of it, by the way, which is really cool. Um, so right now, I want to talk to you about stuff that they don't normally talk to you about when it comes to weight loss. So yeah, you only eat foods that you love. You create a bunch of recipes that you love and hit your macros. That is step number one, is to have the meals. Now, my first cutting mistake, which is why I couldn't lose weight in the beginning, is not in step one, but mostly in step two. I didn't have a structure. I didn't have a guide. I didn't really have a target to hit. Remember, a goal is not an output, it's an input. That's the goal. Now, what do I mean by not having a plan, right? Basically, I just went about in the day. I didn't know really what to eat, and so I binge ate and I snacked, and I had absolutely no idea, no structure, no idea what I'm doing and why. So here's how you're going to counter that with a very, 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 very simple habit of thought. Every day before you go to bed, you're going to think about the 3 meals that you're going to eat tomorrow. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Or if you want to split in another way, go for it. Nobody forces you to do only 3 meals a day. You can do 2, you can do 4, you can do 5. I don't care. Anyhow, you just create like 5, 6 recipes of the foods that you normally eat every meal, foods that you love, and hit your macros. And before you go to bed, you think what you're going to eat the next day, when you're going to eat it. And it's super simple. Now, why do we do that? We do that simply to counter any sort of decision paralysis. See, what held me back when I first started cutting from losing weight was the insane amount of decision paralysis. I had absolutely no idea what to eat. I'd go in the kitchen without a plan. Now, going into the kitchen without a plan is the exact equivalent of going to the gym without a plan. You don't know what exercise you're going to do. You don't know what weights or sets or reps or whatever you're going to do. It's no way to train. So every time I go to the gym, I know exactly what exercises I'm going to do. I know what weights I'm going to perform because I have them written down. And I know what my target is, what I'm going to do. And the same thing should obviously be applied to the kitchen. You should always step into the kitchen with full knowledge of what you're about to eat. That way there's absolutely no decision paralysis, no amount of thought needed to put into it, because it's already been pre-made. And it's super simple. It takes only about a few seconds to think about that. Like, okay, I have meal 1 through 6. Okay, cool. Tomorrow I'm going to eat meal 1, meal 2, and meal 3. And that's really easy because now you know what you're going to do. You don't have to face any sort of decision paralysis, and you have a plan. And that's about it. You also know what groceries you're going to need. You know what ingredients. Now, the simpler and tastier the meal is, the better. Right now, if you remember that, our current meals are like the pizza dip, chicken and potatoes, which are going to be improved as our cooking improves. And also the protein shake with protein cereal. These are my favorite meals. I don't eat them because I'm forced to. I eat them because I love them and because they're really, really simple and easy to make. So always have a plan. Always know what you're going to do. Know what you're going to order. Know what you're going to pick up. What weights. What exercises. Don't just show up because, well, if you don't know what port you're selling to, no wind is favorable. This has been said by pretty much everyone, including the Stoics, which you love so much. Now, that's it. That's kind of what I wanted to remind you is, first, you come up with like 5 to 6 meals that hit your macros. If your macros are like 2,300, then you divide that by around 3 to 4. And that's your calories for each meal. So meal number 1 is like pizza dip with 5 crackers. Those big crackers are about the size of my hand, if you can see that. Meal 2 is like 200 grams of chicken breast with 300 grams of potatoes and some low-calorie ketchup. Meal number 3, 100 grams, which is a lot, by the way, of protein cereal with the 2-scoop protein shake and like a shot of coffee, or coffee and cocoa, a shot of that. Now great, now you have really structured meals. Decision paralysis is not going to hold you back because you know exactly what you're doing. You don't even have to think about that. There are no constraints here. And that structure just makes everything super easy and systemized. And as you know, I love stuff that are easy and systemized. It's not that I don't love thinking. I do love thinking, but I hate mess. I despise mess when it comes to eating and when it comes to working out. And I always have a plan. So that's it. Always have a plan, and it should always be simple, as in you should always be able to think about it in like under a minute. Why? Because it's easier and it's simpler that way, and it doesn't have to be any harder. In fact, the more complex it is, the worse, because that shows a lack of intellect. One of the tests of one of the tests of intellect is your ability to simplify things. So if you can simplify things really efficiently, as in say them in one sentence, that's dope. This has been a more detailed explanation. That way you can, hear yourself talk and gather a bunch of tips and sort of understand what you're doing better. So step number 1, create your meals that you love and simple to make. Step 2, every time you're in bed or whenever, just think of the 3 meals you're going to eat that day. And they're delicious and they're simple and you love them. You put a big old smile on your face. And if you want to plan the snacks, great, we'll plan the snacks. Here I got Coke Zero. This is my vegetable sack. It usually contains only cabbage, but now I've expanded to cabbage, cucumbers, and tomatoes. I like an abundance of fruits and vegetables. I really like that. And also, let's plan our snacks. So I like the low-calorie popsicles with the Coke Zero and the 0-calorie pineapple syrup. These are my favorites. Again, super simple. If anyone got any value from this, or if you guys want to lose weight, that is absolutely epic. And I wish you very much good luck. And remember, I believe in you. Now I need I need like a thumbnail, I don't know. How about this? So this side. Okay, good. Now we got the thumbnail. Actually, maybe let's do it like that, right? Okay, good. We have a thumbnail. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone got any value from this, that's absolutely epic. I'm not gonna ask you guys to, hit a like or something, because again, this is merely videos for myself so I can rewatch them later and gather a bunch of knowledge and tips from my younger self. This has been me, and you guys have been, well, I guess you. Let's hit a quick lat step. It's a little hard saying this stuff. Muscle. Yeah. I'm tripping. I need to go to the gym. I'll see you guys later. Peace.